You may not be aware of the choice that you are making, but that does not mean that you're not making a choice. You are making it on default, on autopilot, based on the programming that you have in place right now. If you have been programmed to see lack, to see scarcity, to feel afraid of constantly running out or of not having enough, that is the decision that you are going to be making. That is the choice that you are going to be making. So every day you are committing into this choice, this decision of feeling fear when it comes to your finances. We got to make an intentional decision. Am I going to keep committing to being fearful? Or am I going to commit to something that is going to help me expand? Welcome to the Manifesting Millions podcast, where we talk about manifestation, money, and practical guidance to creating your dream reality. My name is Amy Van Meel, and I am an experienced coach and transformation guide, obsessed with helping you get out of your own way and create a life that blows your mind each day you wake up. My goal in this podcast is to share practical manifestation, self-awareness, and growth techniques in real talk conversations. So if you're ready to massively transform your reality, your finances, your relationships, and your overall enjoyment of life, you are in the right place. I am absolutely delighted that you're here with me today, babe. Let's get into it. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Manifesting Millions podcast. It is a beautiful sunny day here today. I am off the back of a very full, very busy week, and still just kind of getting my feet on the ground. Today's episode is going to be a little, I feel like the word we're going to use today is discombobulated, and here's why. I want so much to sit down and chat with you today, and I cannot seem to quite coalesce my thoughts into a clear framework of what we want to talk about. But I do want to touch on something very specific, and I'm just going to dive right in. Otherwise, you're going to sit here. Well, you may not sit here. You might be like, I'm fucking over this, Amy. I'm out. You'll be just hearing me sort of babble on for like 15 minutes. So if you are not yet familiar, I have a brand new offering that is coming out called Break Up with Broke. And it's a 5-week audio only program. It's designed to help you shift from where you are right now in your experience to money into a state of being where you feel significantly less worry, where you are shifted out of this like strong commitment to fear, how you learn to reframe debt, which is a super, super valuable, powerful skill and mental reframe. Oh my gosh, like the reframe alone helped me to release more than $40,000 of debt, which I call leveraged money, and has really helped shift how I see that kind of financial tool, even in my life today, and just like continues to be a gift. We close the 5-week adventure talking about love, appreciation, expansion, because my intention is that when you finish the journey with me, that you really are feeling more clear, more grounded, and like just kind of ready to take on the world. It's so interesting, even just listening to myself talk about this, I can see there's a reflection in my words from just kind of where my brain is, because I'm using soft words like kind of, just, you're hearing some ums. Those are ways that we flex our language to soft pedal what we're saying. If you're not familiar with that, that's just a little hot tip. It's probably something that I'm going to be talking about. There's a couple things coming at you right off the start. Probably some of the things that I'm going to be talking about in my first ever free group coaching call that's called Wield Your Words. Is that what I've called it? I think that's what I've called it. Anyway, it's going to be on June 25th. It costs you nothing to go. I just need you to register so that you're there with me and you get the Zoom link and all that jazz. And it is we're going to talk about how to be seen, be heard, and be respected in your work. It's something that I've taught countless people, women in particular, lots of different leaders in different scopes and with working with different teams in a way to find a way to be recognized for their work and make progress in their careers. So if that's interesting to you at all, if you're looking to improve in your career, to get a promotion, to be more seen and recognized, possibly more respected in your work, then that free group coaching call is going to be the bomb diggity. Definitely get your buns in there. I'll put the link in the show notes for you so that you can get registered and make sure you're there. What I want to talk about today is we're going to touch a little bit on the topic of week 4 from Breakup with Broke. Hey babe, are you enjoying these conversations and wanting just a little bit more? Then you'll love my email newsletter, Insights. Inside each Insights email, I share the latest transmissions and some of my deepest thoughts, the kinds of ideas and breakthroughs that I just don't post anywhere else. These emails have practical and actionable shifts that you can make right away to transform your life one step at a time. No fluff, just real, honest insights that make a difference. Plus, as an Insights subscriber, you'll get early access to my newest offers and services before anyone else even hears about them. If you're ready to go deeper, to make a real change, and to be the first to know what's next, then sign up for Insights today. Click the link in the show notes or head to amyvanmeel.com/insights. Don't miss out, babe. Join my email community and start receiving your regular dose of inspiration directly from me. Head on over to amyvanmeel.com/insights. In the show notes of this episode, you will find the link that you can register, you can enroll for the program. The program is going to release in full on July 4th. So please don't panic if you pay for the program, you register, and you're like, the fuck, why hasn't it shown up? I can't get it, because it is, my intention is to basically have it completely ready. So there's no drip, there's no anything. You're just going to get the fullness of the program all at once. But of course, I need some time to write and record and get it all put together for you. So it's going to release in its entirety on July 4th. Definitely recommend that you get in there sooner. And for those of you who are already on my Insights email list or who join my Insights email list as part of your enrollment into Breakup with Broke, you will be gifted a live private group coaching call with me that you can bring your questions. You can chat about some of the topics that you're discovering inside Breakup with Broke. This is something that I'm only doing for people on my email list. So do be sure to get on the email list. And that's something that you can do right now. And then you get all the juicy, good emails that are coming. I've been writing a few of them, and oh my gosh, there's some good shit coming your way. So that's amyvanmeel.com/insights. And of course, that link is in the show notes as well. All right. We just covered 3 big opportunities, like right off the start. We're like not even 10 minutes into this episode. And here we go. What I want to talk about briefly is we're going to center this around the topic from week 4 from the Breakup with Broke audio journey. And the topic in week 4 is stop committing to fear. So last night, my husband and I were sitting and like chilling, watching some TV, and I put on John Oliver. I never watch the news. I don't listen to like these kind of commentary programs because like it's kind of like sewage water that you're just pouring directly into your psyche. Like, why would I bring that in? But for some bizarre reason, I was like, let's go check out what John Oliver has to say. And we watched the program. The first few minutes was like, oh my gosh, am I living in like some kind of bizarro world? As he's recounting some of the latest political stuff in the circus that is happening below the 49th parallel. I don't know. Um, anyway, we watched the program in full because parts of it was funny, parts of it was like interesting. And I found myself sitting in my meditation. So I've been doing a meditation before bed every day and just feeling some kind of way. And I'm like, well, Amy, you made the decision to watch this program and take in, whatever the vibe was that was being talked about. So there's probably some sort of sludge that's kind of hanging around that you're feeling that energy from. And then I had this insight that really helped shift something for me because I don't have a high opinion of news outlets, just period. And John Oliver, I don't think is considered a news outlet. I mean, he's obviously, I think, just more entertainment. But he talks about the news and he shares things and he makes jokes of things and like, yeah, if you haven't watched it, then like go check out a quick clip on YouTube or something. I think most of you will know who I'm talking about and kind of his approach to things. So I'm sitting in meditation, feeling some kind of way, and then this thought occurred to me of, what if this is his way of bringing light into the world? There are more light workers today than I think ever existed on the planet before. Part of that is just like sheer numbers. I mean, even if the percentage is the same, we have more humans than ever existed on the planet today. But what I think in my brain has always kind of been perceived as what a light worker is someone who like really focuses on, I don't know, spirituality and inner growth and I don't know, isn't like super focused on news and like the stuff of the day. But it occurred to me that John Oliver is not someone who wants to bring the world down. He's someone who wants to, I think, create positivity and hope and joy in the world. I mean, he's in the entertainment field. Like that's literally his whole job is to create joy and entertainment. My morning brain is not yet picking up of like what a different word would be for that. But it occurred to me that like here I've been thinking, like, why is it always so dark? And the world is, if you heard last week's episode, definitely go check it out if you haven't. But I talk about the happenings in the world in a way that I never have before. There is a lot of really good stuff happening, but Jesus fuck, if you look at the wrong things, oh my gosh, can you go down into a wormhole of dark, deep, depressing sadness? And I was thinking about the content and the way that John Oliver delivered it. And what I realized was he is doing what is natural and gifted to him to bring joy and hope and inspiration in the world, while also speaking truth to power and leveraging a platform to create awareness. And I think in that instigation of awareness, hoping that it will also create positive change and positive momentum. And that is really what light workers do, right? We are out here like slugging it out next to everybody else going, there is a better way. Please stop fucking it all up, right? So topic 4 of Break Up with Broke, week 4 is stop committing to fear. Inside the program, I'll lead you through. So every week has currently intended, it'll have 5 audios, and they're going to be short. I want them to be something that you could listen to on your drive to work, that will help you shift and expand in these tiny ways. And something that I've been playing with lately is tiny actions create giant legacies. So just because it's small and just because they're like bite-sized portions, don't dismiss it and think that like it's not, huge amount of value and worth and insight for you and for your life. But here's the thing. There is so much programming and messaging, I suppose, in the world in particular, and it seems to really be, I don't know if it's getting worse or it's just that it's getting louder because there's so many more avenues to kind of get up in our face, right? There's news and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and billboards and TV advertisements. Like it's just everywhere. And it's so easy for us to click into these stories of fear. Now, here's what I want to challenge you with, and it's something that I've been playing with as well. We are choosing to commit to fear. Let me explain what I mean by that. My husband is an amazing human. Talked about him a few times. You know how much I love him. I'm kind of crazy about him. I make a commitment to him every day. So often, I remember definitely in my past, and I feel like maybe less so as I've gotten older, but there was this perception that if you weren't married, you weren't really committed. And I remember long before, because my husband and I were together for 10 and a half years before we actually got married. I remember so often before people going, well, if you're not married, you're not really committed. And I would be like, or you could argue that I'm more committed because I am choosing actively every day to be here with him, even when shit feels kind of gross and kind of bad, right? Like I'm choosing to be here, and I'm not using a default excuse of, well, I married him, so therefore I guess I can't get out. Regardless of whatever your like official, government form relationship status is, the point is every day I commit to loving and cherishing and being with my husband. I commit to doing my best, to showing up as the best that I can in that day and seeing all the goodness in him. In fact, next week's email is going to chat about that a little bit. So definitely get on the email list before then if you can. What is important to note, I could commit to anything that I want to, which means I can commit to loving my husband and seeing how amazing he is, or I could commit to trying to love my husband despite his faults, or I could commit to choosing to be single and feeling miserable because I really want to be in a relationship. Or I could commit to eating unhealthy food when I really want to be healthy. I could commit to sitting on the sofa when I really want to move my body. Like there's lots of things that we can commit to. Fear is something that it's like a sort of a two-pronged thing. On the one hand, there's so much happening in the world that is really conditioning us to choose and continually commit into fear. And in fact, there's a lot of, I think, people who would basically say to you, if you're not aware of and feeling afraid, then you're not paying attention, right? Like you're being really naive, you're being really whatever. And I'm like, but like, why would I want to be committing to shit that has me feeling like garbage, right? I don't want to be feeling terrified of existing in the world. And it absolutely does not serve the work that I am here to do. But when it comes to money, I'll dig into this deeper inside Breakup with Broke of how committing to fear is reflected in your money, your experience with money from spending it, earning it, saving it, investing it, all of it. We'll touch on that inside Breakup with Broke. But what I want you to consider today is that you are making a choice every day, even if you are not aware of it. Okay? So here's kind of the crux. You may not be aware of the choice that you are making, but that does not mean that you're not making a choice. You are making it on default, on autopilot, based on the programming that you have in place right now. So, if you, like most of us, have been programmed to see lack, to see scarcity, to feel afraid of constantly running out or of not having enough, that is the decision that you are going to be making. That is the choice that you are going to be making. So every day you are committing into this choice, this decision of feeling fear when it comes to your finances. And we need to be aware of that first. So you're welcome. Here we've just dropped a whole glitter bomb full of awareness on you. We need to be aware of that first. And then we got to make an intentional decision. Am I going to keep committing to being fearful, or am I going to commit to something that is going to help me expand? And that really is where I want you to play with this week. We're going to keep this week nice and short and sweet. I want you to really start noticing, what is it that you are committing to every day? And if you're not sure, if you're like, Amy, I can't figure out, I don't know, this is just what shows up in my life. Well, what shows up in your life is a direct reflection of what you are committing to. Okay. My husband shows up every day as a loving, wonderful, kind, warm, smart, funny, intelligent individual, because I've committed to seeing him in that way. He comes to me with love and warmth and joy in his heart and in his body, in his face, because that is what I've committed to creating with him. I could commit to, being angry with him every day, and he will show up differently, because my commitment is going to influence my part of that energetic exchange. I mean, think about it. There's people in your life, I guarantee, that you're just like, fuck, every time I see them, I just get annoyed. And I don't actually know why. Because for whatever reason, maybe you're reflecting back whatever they're reflecting to you, right? Because they've committed to perhaps seeing the world as being against them. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. There's a cashier at the Safeway near us that unless I absolutely cannot go to another line, I do not go to this person's line, because it's always depressing. And I'm like, gosh, if you could just stop committing to being so depressing all the time, I bet your life would improve. But anyway, so we all know that person. So when we practice awareness and we start to notice what's happening, it's the first indicator for us to start to realize, oh shit, this is what I've been committing to. Now, you can play this in a few different ways. You can play this in terms of, what's the stuff that doesn't feel good? It's a really good place to start, because it gives you instant awareness of something that you may want to consider shifting in order to change how you experience that area of your life. But if you want to play with something joyful, have a look at what feels good and joyful and loving and expansive in your life. You have committed to that as well. If you have a really amazing friendship, I guarantee you've committed to building a really amazing friendship. If you have a really healthy, fit body, you've committed to doing that, to being a person who has that kind of experience. If you have a well-trained pet, or a nice car, or a good job, or I don't know, whatever it is that feels good and joyful and expansive and loving in your life, you've committed to those things. You've committed to having that kind of experience. And that's good to notice, because it's like, oh, okay, I can commit to something that is good. In fact, I'm doing it all the time. So if I want to shift my experience in these places that don't feel so good, perhaps I commit to something different. All right, my loves, if you are, let me say that differently. Let me restart that question. Here we go. So inside the Breakup with Broke journey, and I call it a journey because you can listen to this over and over and over again, and it's intended to just kind of like walk along the path with you. So Breakup with Broke is a 5-week audio program. You're going to get it in a private audio feed. There are no workbooks. There are no like extra things. There's no like videos that you need to watch. It's not a whole bunch of homework. It is literally intended to meet you where you're at. You can play it in the background. You can play it while you're driving to work. You can play it while you're washing the dishes or whatever. Who washes dishes anymore? While you're getting dinner ready. And it's designed to just help you recalibrate. I think that's a really good word. Recalibrate the way that you think and the way that you observe and see the world around you in a way that is going to help you change that for the better so that you can shift what you experience. So if that sounds good and juicy to you, then by all means, get your tush enrolled. You can go to amyvanmeel.com/breakupwithbroke, all one word. Or of course, the URL is in the show notes, which is much easier. You don't have to type anything. You just got to click on it. The investment is only $97. You have lifetime access to the program. Once you get it once, you don't have to like rebuy it or re-up or anything. And just a quick reminder that if you want to join that free private group coaching call, that is only available to my Insights email subscribers who sign up for Breakup with Broke. So you got to be on the email list to get that invite. It's like a 2 thing. You need to be on the Insights email list and you need to enroll in Breakup with Broke. And then you'll get that private group coaching call that is specific to the money transformation. My loves, I just am sending you the biggest, greatest, deepest well of love and encouragement wherever you are, whatever you are experiencing today, this week, this month. We have so much work to do in a really positive way in the world. And I will keep standing out here, keep, dropping whatever insights and knowledge and expansive thoughts I can your way to help all of us continue to grow and expand. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next week. Bye for now, my love. Tell me if this resonates. You're a driven, high-performing professional. You've achieved some measure of success, but there's this knowing, this sense, this quiet calling from within that says there's more waiting for you. It might be in your career, it might be in your relationships, in your health, your personal fulfillment, but you just know that there's something more that you want to crack open, and you're just not sure how to get there. Imagine what could happen if you were to work with a coach who really listens deeply to what you're sharing, who sees your unique brilliance and reflects it back to you and helps you create expansion in every area of your life. Why my clients choose to work with me is many, many things. Among them being that I bring over 2 decades of experience investing in coaching and therapy and personal development so that you get to benefit from proven tools and deep wisdom. You will feel truly heard and understood, and this is something that my clients say over and over is one of the most profound and impactful parts of working together with me and is where their transformation really begins. I guide you to reframe your challenges, to unlock new possibilities, and to ultimately manifest the life that you are craving to live. My coaching isn't about giving answers. It is about asking the most powerful questions and sharing with you wisdom from living in the trenches so that you can discover your own truth, direction, and power. You can expect a very safe, confidential space with me. There's no judgment here, just support and insight and practical strategies tailored to you. Whether you want to advance in your career, find more joy in your day-to-day life, deepen your relationships, work on your health, our work together is personalized to your goals. This is not about quick fixes, my love. I am all about lasting change that feels authentic and empowering. Picture yourself 6 months after we work together, clear, confident, living a life that feels in alignment for you, that feels magical and powerful, and that you just wake up every day like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is my life. That's what we can accomplish together through the power of coaching rooted in empathy, experience, and the deep belief in your limitless potential. If you're ready to invest in yourself and create real, lasting expansion, it's time that we work together. This is your invitation to step into a bigger, more fulfilling life, no matter where you want to grow. To find out more, you can reach out to me by email, amy@daretobegin.net, or hit me up on the DMs on Instagram. If you're ready to say yes right now, then head on over to amyvanmeel.com/next level and secure your spot today. I'm so excited to work with you, my love. I can hardly wait to see what we create for you. Let's go. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on your favorite podcast platform and help me reach more like-minded people who are ready to expand their life. If you haven't yet followed me on social media, find me on Instagram for extra love and inspiration by following @AmyVanMeel or visit my website at amyvanmeel.com. I love you so much, babe, and I am damn proud of you. I am already excited to connect in the next episode. And in the meantime, believe in yourself with the confidence of a 5-year-old.